blocking, pass blocking of late. On that drive, though, it seemed like everybody kind of stepped up as a blocker. When you're kind of in the pocket and you let go of the ball and you kind of see you have a clean pocket, like how much confidence does that kind of breed in the drive?
Yeah, it's huge. The O-line and running backs, they're doing a great job all night tonight. That's a good team. We respect them, and for them to come out here and, establish it in the run game, the pass game. I always have all the confidence in the world in them. It's watching and being around throughout training camp, just the battles they've gone up and had with our defense. Everyone's growing. Everyone's adapting to being around each other more and more, and only going to continue to build. So it's great to get some reps like that on film, and they're such a competitive group. We're all going to keep trying to strive to be our best.
How important was it for you guys to have a successful drive like that prior to you guys' end of the preseason?
Yeah, it was great. Of course, you always want to go out there every time you want to score. I think for us, Coach talks about all the time, we're so process oriented. We just we're not too big picture. If we don't do this, what does it mean? All that. We just want to put good tape out there. Whenever we get to go out there, we don't take that for granted. Anytime it's a game situation, we want to maximize that. Still left one out there, and then we got one in the paint, which is great. Something to build off of, but don't want to get too high, don't want to get too low. It's one preseason game, so learn from it, grow, and get ready to get back to work.
I saw you smiling over there when Jonathan was kind of talking about the touchdown. You've seen firsthand what he's been through. How cool was it to kind of see him kind of hit pay dirt and celebrate?
Yeah, it's awesome. I was super happy for him. The amount of work he's put in since he's been here that I've been able to see and witness firsthand, it's you can't even describe it. And also the attitude he's had while going through all the stuff he's had too. He's always been the first guy to celebrate everybody else's success, been there for everyone, been super steady. So, it was a really cool moment. I was super happy for him and very not surprised. He's a special guy, special player. That work, it shows up on the field. So, glad he got his first, and I'm excited to watch him keep going.
What did you see on the Rock Taylor touchdown? That ball?
Man, perfect spot. Put it where only the receiver can go get it. Rock did a great job of, that's a tough catch, that concentration, being able to, see the ball all the way into his hands. He's done a good job showing up on film too since he's been here. It was great to see the energy after as well. Us on the sideline, we all loved that. We were all responding to that. So, I thought, I thought all three of us did a good job operating, getting in and out, good communication, and that's not easy, throughout the course of a game. There's so many different groups, especially Kenny and Kyle, having to rotate and be around different guys up front in the backfield, and it speaks to everyone in a unit, taking earnest into being the best we can be. So, I was super happy and proud of the guys tonight.
Jimmy Horn flashed a lot of speed tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I know he wasn't on the field at the same time you were, but how exciting is that to watch?
Yeah, he's so fun to watch. Fun to throw to when I am out there. Just that explosiveness, how dynamic he is, that ability to, just like today, take an end around 50. That's stuff you can't teach. So I was super happy to see him, get that opportunity, him to take advantage of it. He's been working really, really hard, doing the little things in practice. He has a great attitude every day. So, it was fun to watch.
Last one. Can you create an offensive identity in preseason games with so few snaps, or is that something that's more developed in practice and what should be the
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just that practice and establishing during the season. Obviously, preseason is a big part of training camp and the development and being able to go out there in a game environment. That's big, but I don't think it's something you do in one night. I don't think it's something you do in even 3 or 4 for us. You have to do that day in and day out. You have to prove that to yourselves every day. And camp is way bigger than just these games. And then obviously you have to carry that into the season. So I think for us as a team, as identity, it was definitely a step in the right direction today. All phases. Super proud, and again, you don't want to get too high, too low. So figure out how we can replicate the good, and then there's still plenty of stuff to learn from. No, not at all. It was so cool to watch, especially right there before the end of half. Being able to get points is always huge. And, whenever he goes out there, I always have all the confidence in the world in him. Him to hit a 61-yarder, that's huge. It was fun to watch.
All right. Thank you, Bryce.
Appreciate you guys.